Brother Yard.
And Brother Nahum.
You need this.
Yeah, it's recording, it's live, it's going through here. So, today's lesson, we're going to get right into it. We're going into holiness ain't homelessness. So, brothers, write that down. Holiness ain't homelessness. Because a lot of people get this truth and they might misconstrue things and think, oh, because we're in this truth, we have to be at a lower level financially. It's 4 pillars to being a man in this walk. Number 1, most importantly, you have to be spiritually in order. Number 2, you have to be financially in order. Number 3, physically in order. And number 4, mentally in order. Those are what I call the 4 pillars of manhood as an Israelite. So let's kick it off with 1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse 10.
Book of 1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse number 10.
Yep.
For the love of money is the root of all evil.
Read that part again.
For the love of money is the root of all evil.
Now, does brothers notice anything about this verse in particular?
For the love.
For the love. So money itself isn't evil.
Right.
Money actually is a defense.
Exactly.
Right? Money gives you, it helps you provide for your family. It gives you access to be able to do things like travel to do the work.
Right.
But money itself isn't evil. It's the love of money that's evil. You can keep reading.
God. Which, while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows.
You see that the love of that money had the men coveting after it so much to where they'll do anything for it.
Right.
And that's where money becomes evil.
Right.
Brothers got precepts.
Hey, through the Spirit, that's a beautiful segue to jump into this, man. Right, let's go to the book of Sirach, chapter 40. Let's go to the book of Sirach, chapter 40. Let's start at verse 26.
Book of Sirach, chapter 40 and verse 26.
Bring it up.
Riches and strength lift up the heart.
Say it again.
Riches and strength lift up the heart.
Uh-huh.
But the fear of the Lord is above them both. There is no want in the fear of the Lord, and it needeth not to seek help.
And so you have to understand that riches and strength, right, is nothing that you're not supposed to have, right? The Most High is looking for us to not be, we say this in Memphis all the time, right, brothers? What do we say? We're Israelites, not what? Bumites. We're not bumites, man, right? But does that mean that the Most High is not putting, people on the earth that don't have? Let's go to Deuteronomy real quick, Baba Sean, chapter 15. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 15 through the Spirit, and let's start at verse 7.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 15 and verse number 7.
Uh-huh.
If there be among you a poor man of one of thy brethren within any of thy gates, and thy land which the Lord thy God giveth thee, thou shalt not harden thine heart, nor shut up thy hand from thy poor brother.
So the Most High is already, when you go into Deuteronomy 15, it's about forgiving their debt, right? The year of release even. So the Most High already set up a way to keep your brethren and to keep Israel, without being on the street just begging every day of their life, right? On the side of the corner and just looking to hustle, their own brother out of their means of work, right? Keep reading.
But thou shalt open thy hand wide unto him.
What the Lord say?
Thou shalt open thy hand wide unto him.
Because the Lord wants us to be in a charitable spirit, man. He wants you to be able to give alms and help and do things by your brother. But should you be out here living a beggar's life? Keep reading.
And shall surely lend him sufficient for his need in that which he wanted.
Uh-huh.
Beware that there be not a thought in thy wicked heart, saying, the 7th year, the year of release.
The year of what?
The year of release.
Read.
Is at hand. And thine eye be evil against thy poor brother.
Because the Lord said, right, if you jump down to verse 11, that this thing that we look at as being without is never going to cease from Israel. Read that, King.
Verse 11. For the poor shall never cease out of the land. Therefore I commend thee, saying, thou shalt open thy hand wide unto thy brother, to thy poor, and to thy needy in thy land.
So the charitable acts giving alms, like what the brother was just going into. And it starts with having the right spirit, man. It starts with being able to have. Like, you can't give alms if you don't even have, man. So the Lord isn't telling you all because you came into this truth, right? Just sit on the sidelines and, I'm not going to do anything financially sound. I'm going to make all the wrong decisions. Right. Amen. I'm going to wait till the kingdom come. Right? I'm waiting till I get what they say, my glorified body, man. Right. The Lord, hey, man, you got to make a way. You got a family, brother. Your wife and children over there starving, brother. Right? Go ahead, King. I'll give.
Con, that's a mighty point too. We're going to go to the book of Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 5.
The book of Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 5. Let your conversations be without covetousness.
Be without what?
Be without covetousness.
And for those that don't know, covetousness is a very strong or excessive desire for something. Right, go ahead.
And be content with such things as ye have.
And it says to be content with such things as ye have. Doesn't mean to, not strive for better or things of that nature, because as the brothers were bringing out mightily, right, there's a lot of things that money being a defense can actually help you for. Right, it goes into a lot of aspects of bargaining. It goes to a lot of aspects of not even just saving, but what you would do, for example, leaving an inheritance, as it says in Proverbs, roughly paraphrasing, right, the wise leave an inheritance, to their children, right? So, going into that aspect, right, there's nothing wrong with acquiring said finances. However, the love of it, the covetousness of it, is what will actually lead you to your destruction. I just want to grab one more precept, 1 Timothy 5 and 8, just to let me back on the other point. Then I'll use it.
The book of 1 Timothy, chapter 5 and verse number 8. But if any provide not for his own, and especially for those of his own house.
Right, so there's a distinction between the two. It says if one does not provide for his own, and especially for those of his own house. Right? Your own is obviously your people in general. Right? Your people, Israel. As the brother was bringing out, as far as being the poor of the land, the so-called strangers of your people that's, coming about and things of that nature. Right? Those aspects, the widows, the fatherless, right? You have to provide for them. Thus saith the scriptures. Right? Keep going.
He hath denied the faith.
Right? And it says, it is literally as if you denied the faith. That you can't do that if you don't have any type of gain. If you don't have any type of funds. You don't have any type of alms to give. Right? These things you have to be able to acquire first before you could give anything. If you're going to give half a lent, that's crazy. Keep going.
And it's worse than an infidel.
And actually, listen, I want to go to it real quick. Yeah, come on. Shut. Because we read the scripture when we talk about Esau, brothers be bringing it out, overly mighty. He says, what? Less than nothing. But you can be worse than an infidel. Right. Not just an infidel, but worse than an infidel. Worse than. Right?
I got it up on the screen for you. Which you can do that? You can read it.
This G57:1 is unfaithful, faithless, not to be trusted, unbelieving, incredulous, without trust in God.
Damn, that's heavy. Yeah, incredulous. Yeah, hey, you gotta look that joint up. Unwilling or unable to believe something.
Wow. Disbelieving, unconvinced, doubtful.
Doubtful.
Wow. Really a doubtful man.
Yeah, you're a doubtful man. Worse, actually, you're worse than a doubtful man.
Right.
You're worse than all. That's crazy. That's heavy. You're worse than a. How are you worse than an unbeliever?
That's perfect into what I want to say.
Yeah. Hey, all praise to the Most High.
It segues perfect into the direction I wanted to go in. That's perfect that you brought that out. Literally. So let's get Sirach 11, because it's like you said, you doubtful, you unbelieving. And I want to make a quick point. So get Sirach 11 and 14.
The book of Sirach, chapter 11 and verse 14.
Yeah.
Prosperity and adversity, life and death poverty and riches come of the Lord.
All of that comes from the Most High God. And actually, jump to verse 21.
God 21. Marvel not at the works of sinners, but trust in the Lord, and abide in thy labor.
And do what?
And abide in thy labor.
Read.
For it is an easy thing in the sight of the Lord on the sudden to make a poor man rich.
Does that mean going to the casino and the Lord gonna make you hit it big? No, because faith without works is what?
Yeah.
If I have faith I'm gonna get this job, but I never apply for it, do I really believe I'm gonna get it? Or am I doubtful? You know what I mean? Unconvinced that I'm gonna get the job, that's why I'm not applying for it. And that's another reason I was explaining to the brother who was teaching yesterday. That's why we keep the commandments, because we believe in this thing. So if I believe in something, I'm gonna work towards it. So if you truly believe that the Most High, if you abide in your labor, you can make a poor man rich, then you will do that labor. And actually, read verse 20, above that.
Verse 20. Be steadfast in thy covenant, and be conversant therein, and wax old in thy work.
He said, wax old in your work. That's why they say men don't hit their financial stride, truthfully, till they like 50, because you've built up a career, you've been working somewhere for 25 years, you're a senior vice manager, because you've been putting in all that work. So you have to wax old in that work. And if you don't do so, then you're really doubtful. And that's off spirit. That's why the Lord said you're worse than an infidel to not provide for your family. Like, how can you live as a man seeing your woman and your children starving or having less than, and you don't think as a man, like, I gotta do better, man. I gotta step it up. I have to provide for my house. And I want to get another precept, because all our forefathers had jobs. Forget Ecclesiastes 9 and 10.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 9 and verse number 10. Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might.
He said, do it with all your might and strength. Because as an Israelite man, you should want to outperform everybody on your job. You should want to be the top of your class, because we're the Israelites. You say you God's chosen people, but you late to work every day, and you lazy, and you one of the worst workers on the job site, with your fringes on. You're supposed to be outstanding, on time, early, being that example, even in that aspect. What would Jacob do if he had a job? He'd be on time, he'd be going hard for his family to provide. And we got to do that, right? Keep reading.
For there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave, whither thou goest.
He says nothing you can take to the grave with you. A lot of these worldly sayings they say, it stem from the Bible. You can't take it to the grave with you, so put it all out on the table. Go as hard as you can. And I got one more, Proverbs 26 and 12.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 26 and verse 12. Seest thou a man wise in his own conceit?
A man wise in his own conceit, read.
There is more hope of a fool than of him.
Read.
The slothful man
The
saith.
what?
The slothful man saith. There is a lion in the way, and a lion is in the street.
He said, a slothful man said, it's a lion in the streets. I'm in captivity. The white man. This, that, and the third. It's always an excuse, man. Stop blaming the white man for everything. You got a wicked Negro living in a nice house somewhere. And you a servant of the Lord, and you staying with your mama. You're 35. Brother, get it together. Right? Don't blame the white man on every damn thing. You're in Babylon. Let's be honest, man. You're not in the Middle East and damn where. You're literally in Babylon. Like, you can drive Uber. You can download an app called Angie and go clean houses. Go clean some toilets. Go fast food. Do something. Right? Don't just sit there idle. Right? Keep reading.
As the door turneth upon his hinges, so doeth the slothful upon his bed.
And you just turning, right? It's 3 p.m., right? And this for brothers who, if you don't work overnight, you just work regular hour, you're just waking up at 2 p.m. If you wake up at 2 p.m. every day, you're going off, brother. There's no way you should be waking up at 2 p.m. What the hell are you doing? Right? Just turning in the bed, man. Like leaving you in the bed so damn much, it's leaving a damn crease in the bed, man. Leaving a spot in the bed. It's kind of sunk in. Right? Keep reading.
The slothful hideth his hand in his bosom.
Right?
It grieveth him to bring it again to his mouth.
Like he said, you so damn lazy, you can't even bring it. You can't even feed yourself. Damn, man. Like you gonna wait till your mom kind of cook for you, right? Or you just not eating, it's over with. Right? You ain't got a rib, brother, so what you gonna do? Right, you read?
The sluggard is wiser in his own conceit than 7 men that can render a reason.
You see that? A sluggard is gonna constantly make excuse after excuse after excuse to not do something. Right? And it's actually a precept in Jeremiah where when he told them in captivity, you go create vineyards and do this. Because brothers will scoff at Eve when they say we in captivity, you can't get multiple ribs. So you say, well, brother, you in captivity, you can get vineyards and do everything else. So you can't scoff at Eve when you kind of use captivity as an excuse when it's convenient. Right, with that idea, bro.
Mighty points, King, man. That brother won't even feed himself, brother. Make an excuse to do that. Hey, my hand hurt, man. Right? Right. Hey, but you know Jake will finesse. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a brother in Memphis who got out of jail named Finesse 2 times, man. Became a rapper, you know?
Yeah.
And that's his thing. Like, you're glorified for getting over and you know, Jake got this bad. They'll like to use women to make their means. Now, where is that precept? Y'all know what I'm talking about. We went into that last night, the pimp spirit, man. Right? You don't want to work, but you want to grab up all these E's, misuse them, and hey, bring your money home to me. Right? You just sit around, you got no job, but you got a big house, car, the crib. Right? We know Jake like that, man. Right? You don't work, you're the man, and you're it's monopoly at home. Hey, pass go collect 200, man. If you come in, I need to collect 200, man. And that's our all spirit. Let's go to Genesis. Let's go to Genesis, man. Chapter 13 and verse 1. Bring us out.
The book of Genesis, chapter 13. The book of Genesis, chapter 13 and verse number 1.
Bring it out, King.
And Abraham went up out of Egypt, he and his wife, and all that he had.
And what?
And all that he had.
And all that he had. Read.
And Lot with him into the south. And Abram was very rich.
Wait a minute, his rib was.
And Abram was very rich.
Right, because you got to understand that this brother wasn't just sitting around telling his children and his wife to, hey, just go out here, man. Get it how you can get it. There's a wicked spirit in Israel, man. And we read it all, we see it all the time, man. Y'all get it how you can get it. No matter what, like if it's Barakatah, if it's green, right? If it got the president, what is it, the dead president's face on it, man, you don't care how you get your money, man. And that's an off spirit to have, man, right? And if you do fall short, you're okay with the beggar's life, man. Read.
And Abram was very rich in cattle, in silver, and in gold.
And what?
And in gold.
Come on, let's go back to Sirach chapter 40. And let's get verse 28.
The book of Sirach, chapter 40, and verse number 28. My son, lead not a beggar's life.
Say it again.
My son, lead not a beggar's life. For better it is to die than to beg. The life of him that depended on another man's table.
They do what?
The life of him that depended on another man's table.
Is what?
It's not counted to be. It's not to be counted for a life.
And that's wisdom, man. Because it doesn't necessarily say brothers won't go through and you can't ask for help. Hey, don't let the pride spirit hit you after reading this verse and I'm never going to ask for help again. You just sitting there folding your arms, you're in the body, and you just falling by the wayside. Right. And brothers, hey, we ask every week, don't we, brothers? If y'all need anything, say something. But then what we say, hey, brother, if you need a job, baby, we'll try to find you something, okay? You got to be willing to work as well. You got to be willing to put your foot forward as well. It's not to say that Akim won't fall on hard times, man. That's not what this verse is going into. Every brother knows what this verse is going into, man. Keep reading.
For he polluted himself with other men's meat, but a wise man, well nurtured, will beware thereof.
And that's just going into what type of cloth are you cut from, man? Are you a well-nurtured? Are you in the commandments? Do you have the fear of Yahweh on you to where your faith doesn't waver, right? Your faith has to not waver through affliction and what's coming upon this world, the famine and the pestilence. Let me get one more precept, King, through the Spirit. I want Hebrews 11, right? Let me go to Hebrews chapter 11 and start at verse 6.
Book of Hebrews chapter 11 and verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him.
Say that one more time.
But without faith, it is impossible to please him.
Read.
For he that cometh to Yahweh must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
That do what?
That diligently seek him.
And this is why we went to Genesis, because that account of having riches was given to this brother, right? Our forefather, because he wasn't lazy. He wasn't a sluggard like the brother just went into, man. Like these people got up and they got to it, man. Right? Keep reading.
By faith, Noah being warned of God of the things not seen as yet, moved with fear.
Moved with what?
Moved with fear.
Did what, King?
Prepared an ark to the saving of his house.
Now, how can you save your household if you don't even prepare? Right. If you're not willing to work. Right. If you don't count the costs. Read.
By the which he condemned the world and became the heir of righteousness, which is by faith.
Wow, read.
By faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should after receive for an inheritance, obeyed.
What did he do?
Obeyed.
We just read that. And by obeying Yahweh, you get the things that you need. Keep reading.
And he went out, not knowing whither he went.
Give me Salaki. Give me Matthew chapter 7 real quick. Let me get another precept. Now pass this thing along. Okay. Matthew chapter 7 and verse 7. Bring it out.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 7 and verse number 7. Ask, and it shall be given you.
Say it again.
Ask, and it shall be given you.
So that's the same thing. Is that a beggar's life right there? Right? The Most High is giving instructions through his servants, prophets, man, right? The apostles, right? Read.
Seek, and ye shall find. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you.
Read.
For everyone that asketh, receiveth. And he that seeketh, findeth. And to him that knocketh, it shall be opened.
Hey, no more excuses, man.
Right.
No more excuses. Keep reading.
Or, what man is there of you, whom if his son asks bread, will he give him a stone?
And it's the same thing, man. Hey, what brother here has a child is going to give him, hey, go give me some rocks outside, man. I'm hungry, Dad. Hey, well, go get the big rock right there. Go get the fruity pebbles off the pavement, man. Those are your fruity pebbles. No brother in their right mind is going to do that, man. Keep reading.
Or if he ask a fish, will he give him a serpent?
Read.
If he then, being evil, know how to give good gifts unto your children, how much more shall your Father, which is in heaven, give good things unto them that ask him? And
that's something the brother have to meditate on, the sister have to meditate upon, right? You see wicked people doing well in this world, right? For their own, in wickedness. So if you brothers being righteous or turned, you got your fringes on, you're leaving off from sin, but you don't even know how to ask the Most High or your brethren in righteousness and move up in this truth, right? What are we doing? What are we doing? The wicked have no problem, man. But with that, I yield, King.
Come on. Through the Spirit, I'm really probably just gonna grab. Let me get Ecclesiastes chapter 2. You can start at verse 7.
Book of Ecclesiastes chapter 2 and verse number 7.
Yep.
I got me servants and maidens, and had servants born in my house.
Right, and just in a aspect, right, one can look at this as a business setup, literally. Right, you can have service under you. You should strive, even, if that's your lot, right, to kind of do some of your own vernacular, some of your own skill set, to where you can actually at some point hire people on, you feel me, to work for you and stuff like that. Right? That's what our forefathers did as well. You had bosses in the scriptures. Real right. You had bosses in the scriptures.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, everybody, you know, service to the Most High, things of that nature. But not everybody was just a super servant.
Exactly.
Super servitude, you know, you get demoted.
Right.
And now you know, you're a bootlicker now. Right? Go ahead.
Also, I had great possessions of great and small cattle,
Right?
above all that were in Jerusalem before me.
Keep going.
I gathered me also silver and gold,
Mm-hmm.
and the peculiar treasure of kings and of the provinces.
Right? And brothers be bringing out, oh yeah, Song of Solomon is 1 and 10 and all this good stuff. But like, how are they getting that?
Right.
They just finding it.
Yeah.
Right.
You just find it on the curb. Oh yeah, I got some sapphire. That's lit. No, they're not finding it just out and about. They're acquiring these things. Right? Go ahead.
I got me men singers and women singers,
Mm-hmm.
and the delight of the sons of men,
Right?
as musical instruments, and that of all sorts.
And you think that these you know, even musicians, they probably had a whole opera. You think they wasn't getting taken care of?
Right.
They were just, oh yeah, this is my this is my charity service for the year, for 2 years until for 7 years until the year of Jubilee. They ain't gonna let me go. No.
Right.
Why he's taking care of them? Why they're all taken care of? And that's the so-called, just looking at on a business aspect, what Solomon had going for him. Go ahead.
Right. So I was great and increased more than all that were before me
Right.
in Jerusalem. Also, my wisdom remained with me,
Mm-hmm.
and whatsoever mine eyes desired, I kept not from them. I withheld not my heart from any joy,
Now keep going.
for my heart rejoiced in all my
He
labor.
said what?
For my heart rejoiced in all my labor.
And I'm not saying, oh, be happy and captivity. Yeah, I'm working for X, Y, Z. I'm excited. I'm ecstatic. No. Your mindset really should be like, okay, I'm taking care of my family. Like, it should be a joy to be able to take care of those that surround you. That should be a joy. Right, go ahead.
And this was my portion of all my labor.
And it was what?
This was my portion of all my labor.
So you should be getting a portion from your labor, of your labor. Why there be some brothers, yo, they be breaking their back, neck, spine, foot for their job, and they getting $7 an hour.
Right.
No, you better get up out of there. Get something that's back-breaking worthy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Get something that's back-breaking worthy. So 7, you know what I'm saying? You gonna get a bag of Skittles or something? Like what you doing?
Right.
Not, you ain't doing much with that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you really not. Yeah, you gonna get a $5 bag from damn Wendy's or something. Yeah, the family eating good today. We all got 4 for 4. Yeah. Yeah. Nah, man, you gotta be able to rejoice in thy labor and be able to provide as well. Let me get Proverbs 13 and 22.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 13, and verse number 22.
Mm-hmm.
A good man leaveth an inheritance to his children.
Right?
It's like a good man leaveth an inheritance to his children's children.
To his children's children.
Whoa.
Why you thinking ahead?
Right.
Right?
Right.
You thinking ahead. He said he leaves an inheritance to his children's children. You're not gonna do that, you feel me, as a $7 an hour boy. You're not. You're gonna leave him, you know, probably, the 84, the 84 Chevy in the back. the transmission and all that. The axle all rusted away.
Right.
It's over for it.
They gotta do work.
Yeah, head gasket blown. Yeah. Look, this is a treasure of work when I was back in the day. Yeah, when you was back in the day.
Right.
Yeah.
You on your last leg, bro.
Yeah, exactly. It's on his last tire. All 3 of the other tires gone. Right? But he said, this good man, and mind you, that good man, that's a man that's following the Most High. That's a man that's keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. That's allowing the Most High through that faith to bless his works and his labor, to gain him that increase. Right? Keep going.
And the wealth of the sinner is laid up for the just.
Now, I want to put this in perspective. Let me get Job chapter 27 and verse, start at verse 17.
The book of Job, chapter 27 and verse 17. He may prepare it. Put
Actually, jump up to verse 13 real quick.
verse number 13. This is the portion of a wicked man with God, and the heritage of oppressors, which they shall receive of the Almighty.
Right.
If his children be multiplied, it is for the sword, and his offspring shall not be satisfied with bread.
It said if his children are multiplied, it's to die.
Right. Judgment.
You multiply just to die. Like, it's over for you. But jump down to verse, now I want to jump down to verse 16.
Verse number 16. Though he heap up silver as the dust, and prepare raiment as the clay, he may prepare it, but the just shall put it on.
They said the just shall put it on. Right? There could be a situation, because I've personally heard testimonies of this type of situation, where somebody was working for the Edomite. Actually, at my job and all that, it was an Edomite, like slave owner. Like he was a descendant of the slave owners, like direct, and had I think Shorty said 46 acres. He died and stuff like that, and actually the joint was open. So her family that was that was slaves under them, since the joint was open, he didn't write it to nobody, it automatically went to him. And now they got 46 acres of just land out there, heavy. And it's in Georgia too, it's in South Georgia. I forgot the name of this area, but it's like 20 minutes from Fort Valley. Yeah. But like they could heap up silver, and you never know, the Most High might put it in your lot. But that bread get put in your hands, in your pocket. Right? Go ahead.
And the innocent shall divide the silver.
And it said even the innocent, they're going to divide the silver. Right? So you trusting in the Most High, not trusting in the funds, and trying to make a way for you. The Most High is able to give such blessings. It's able to allow you to prosper to certain things. I'm going to get one more, Proverbs 20 and 20. Right? Because again, one should be striving, right, for financial literacy, or at least the aspect of knowing how it works, how to operate, how to actually manage your money, how to save it, right, how to portion it out for alms and helping the poor and helping your brothers that need to, and to helping your family. Because again, if you don't provide for your own people, or those, especially those actually, of your own house, right, you can't diminish from neither. Right? Right. You're less than an infidel. You might as well close the scripts up. Right? Rent your garment. Yeah. Shave half your beard off. You're a disappointment. You're literally a disappointment in the eyes of the Most High. You can get that Proverbs 21 and 20.
Gone. 20 and 20 or 21?
21 and 20.
Gone. Book of Proverbs, that's 21 and verse number 20. There is treasure to be desired.
It said what?
There is treasure to be desired.
Right.
And oil in the dwelling of the wise.
Right.
But a foolish man spendeth it up.
It said what?
A foolish man spendeth it
But
up.
a foolish man spendeth it up. He gonna spend it up. That's a foolish man. Right. He's not looking to. He's not looking for the longevity. He's not looking to save for his children's children. This man hit the lotto, for 50K, and he went and bought a 45,000 car. You know what I'm saying? And then he went, yeah, man. And then on top of that, then he wanted to celebrate with the fam, and then they put another $2,500 at the damn strip club. Now you got $2,500 and you forgot to feed your kids that night. $2,500 and you forgot that your son, he had something going with his health and things of that nature. You forgot all about it. You're just a foolish man. You're not thinking about the precepts. You're not thinking about the scriptures, and you're not thinking financially. You're still you're still in a, what's it called? You're still living out of the RV. And the RV don't even have a generator. Yeah. You could have bought a generator. That would have been comfortable living.
No.
You gotta keep all the windows down so air can kind of breeze through. You gotta go to the Love gas station or the QT, get some water. Gallons of water so y'all can take a shower. Right. You could have just bought a house. Little 15,000. You would have been able to be good. But a fool is not going to think in that manner. A fool is going to lead to homelessness. And he's without holiness. So that's a double whammy. You without both. Right. That's a sad case. That I hear.
Mighty point that the brother brought out, man. So, like you said, a foolish man spendeth it up. So get Luke chapter 15 to verse 11.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 15 and verse number 11. Yeah. And he said, a certain man had 2 sons, and the younger of them said to his father, Father, give me the portion of goods that falleth to me. And he divided unto them his living.
Right, so the father gave the inheritance. The father was a good man. He gave an inheritance to his children, gave them substance. Right, read.
And not many days after.
And he said what?
And not many days after.
He said not many days after.
The younger son gathered all together and took his journey into a far country.
He kind of took all his money and things his father gave him. He went to a further country. And he did what?
And there wasted his substance with riotous living.
He did what?
Wasted his substance with riotous living.
He spent it all up. He wasted all his substance away. He didn't budget. He didn't plan ahead. He didn't account the cost. He just went and spent it up. Just turned up. Blew the bag, man. Right, read.
And when he had spent all, there arose a mighty famine in the land.
So once he spent everything, a famine hit the land. Read.
And he began to be in want.
He began to be in want, read.
And he went and joined himself to a citizen of that country. And he sent him into his fields to feed swine.
Now that's something we was just going into, showing y'all the garbage people in Egypt was also known as pig pen operators. So basically this man had all this money that his father gave him, spent it all. A famine hit that he wasn't prepared for. So now he had to sell himself as a servant, and now he's feeding swine, basically the garbage man for another man, because he spent it all up. I get Ecclesiastes 11:1 because that's a point. He spent it all, then a famine happened, so he wasn't prepared. So we gonna show you how to properly prepare for these things. Get Ecclesiastes 11:1.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 11 and verse 1.
Yeah.
Cast thy bread upon the waters.
He said, "Cast your bread upon the waters." Read.
For thou shalt find it after many days.
Keep reading.
Give a portion to 7, and also to 8, for thou knowest not what evil shall be upon the earth.
And the brothers know what this verse is going into. Brother said what? Giving alms. What else somebody got to say?
Set something aside for later.
Like the brother said, set some aside for later. That's what it's going into. I'm going to read it in NLT. It says, send your grain across the seas, and in time, profits will flow back to you. Yeah, exactly. Now let's read verse 2 in the NLT. But divide your investments among many places, for you do not know what risks might lie ahead. So you have to invest. Investing is in the Bible. Don't think that's an Edomite concept and you can't get into these things. Investing is an actual protective mechanism to have multiple forms of income. So you're not just dependent on one thing because you need multiple forms of income. It says the average millionaire, they got about 7 forms of income. Right? So you have to have multiple incomes coming in. Create passive income. Look into it. Like, how can I start a Toro business? How does credit work so I can use that to do, I forgot what it's called, corporate lending so I can get a place I can rent out for Airbnb. How does crypto work? What is stocks about? What am I good at? I can cut grass. Let me buy some stuff and I can cut grass on the side. Or then I'm good with accounting. Let me do that. Something. Just do something so you can have multiple forms of income so you don't spend up all your living and then a famine happens and now you jammed up. Now you gotta go live with a brother. You see what I'm saying? And now let's get it. Let's get Sirach or 29. Just Sirach 29 verse 21. Now you forced to live with a brother. So yeah, brothers, don't be afraid to look into these things. YouTube videos about 8 ways to get passive income or things of that nature. Don't just only look up history all day, brother, and you know, try to read 80 chapters a day. Read the whole Bible in a week. Right? You got other things you can look up, man. And use your skill set that you got to better yourself as a man in this truth, in this walk. Again, 4 pillars: spiritual, financial, physical, mental. Get your mental right, man. Right, get your physical together. Now hit some push-ups, man. Right? Don't say, oh, I'm gonna wait till I get a spiritual body, man. I'm alright, you know what I mean? Christ coming back, and I'm gonna get a 6-pack and I'm all good, man. You know what I mean? No, hold on, brother. you know, Jacob's trouble happened. Damn, you know, you trying to run from Esau. But then, you can't get up a flight of stairs. Now, a hell breaking, you breathing heavy, kind of telling your kids, oh, just go it out. You breathing hard, like damn near finna vomit, because you're so damn out of shape, man. Right, that's not mighty. I don't care if you know 2nd Esdras 11 and 12, you can break it down. You can't run up a flight, you can't do 10 push-ups, brother. You're talking about 2nd Esdras. You know what I mean? It doesn't really like matter at the end of the day, but you can bring that out, Ken.
So we start rap, chapter 29, verse 21.
Yep.
The chief thing for life is water and bread and clothing and a house to cover shame.
Right, that's the chief thing in life right there.
Right.
House, clothing, right? Keep reading.
Better is the life of a poor man and a mean cottage than delicate fare in another man's
He
house.
said it's better to live in a mean cottage than to be in another man's crib.
Right.
Right? You living with a brother in his mansion. Right? Instead of being in your one bed, I'd rather be in a 1-bedroom apartment with a damn toilet right next to my bed than live with another grown man.
Like, brother, what we eating today?
Right? You kind of, nah, man, that's off, bro. Keep reading.
Be it little or much, hold thee contended, that thou hear not the reproach of thy house.
You go hear the reproach of your house. Keep reading.
For it is a miserable life.
It is a what?
For it is a miserable life
It's miserable, read.
to go from house to house.
You living with that brother, then you living with your mama, then you living with your cousin, then you living with this brother, and then now you staying with like all hell breaking loose. Now you staying with this woman. Right, keep reading.
For where thou art a stranger, thou darest not open thy mouth.
And then you got brothers that get upset. You got house rules for your household.
Right.
Well, brother, why I gotta wash the dishes? You don't ever wash the dishes.
Oh.
And you living with me, brother. What are you talking about? You should you really low key be a damn servant for a brother. You should come home, everything spotless and clean to show your gratitude. You know what I mean? Like, cause you know, something you might have to stay with a brother. It could happen. You know what I mean? But it shouldn't happen long. 2 months. You know what I mean? Type thing. But when you there, you can't scoff and you sit around lazily. Brother Rib walking in, you on the couch, kicked up playing the game.
Right.
Your Rib was like, man, this dude leaving the house. You know what I mean? Yeah, he ain't, you gotta ask a brother how many applications you put in. Like he his son, man. How many job applications you filled out, man?
That whole chapter is.
He's like, I filled out 1. It's been 2 weeks, brother. You do nothing. I lost my job one time, I kid you not, I filled out 20 to 30 applications a day, literally, on Indeed, just going crazy, you know what I mean? All right, keep reading.
God. Thou shalt not entertain and feast and have no thanks.
He said, thou shalt entertain and feast and have no thanks, read.
Moreover, thou shalt hear bitter
He
words.
said, you go hear bitter words, kind of living with another person. You hear bitter words, you go feast, and you don't need no thanks because you're living with me. That is your thanks.
Right.
I ain't got to thank you and stand with me, brother. So rap giving that wisdom to let you know, like, man, that's why you shouldn't live that way. Because you can't, he said, don't dare open your mouth and stand with somebody else. You know what I mean? Yeah, Genesis 2 and 24.
Can I finish this out?
Oh, yeah, you can read it.
Come thou stranger, and furnish a table, and feed me of that thou hast ready. Give place, thou stranger, to an honorable man.
Right then he said, hey, you stranger, you staying with me, come feed me, man. Come feed an honorable man. We take care of this household, right? Because you're staying with me, you know what I mean? You gotta look it down on the brother.
It say, give place, thou stranger, to an honorable man. My brother cometh to be lodged, and I have need of mine house. These things are grievous to a man of understanding, the upbraiding of a house room and the reproach of a leader.
That's it. That's the reproach of a leader, man. A man that's really in the spirit, you'll just feel like, dang, like you just can't live like that.
And it say, when it said get a place, thou stranger to an honorable man, he said, my brother coming, you gotta go. Yeah. You just find You gotta find somewhere to go tonight.
Yeah, you gotta kind of, you know what I mean? A brother coming from out of town, you gotta, go get you a room or something. That's crazy, man. That's bad. That's a bad life. Now you gotta just get your head down and you kind of even out. Like, damn. You got to stick with it, you know what I mean? Damn, bro. You damn poor man. Right? You get Genesis 2 and 24. Got 2 more real quick. Yeah. Yeah, so brothers got to get into investing, man. And ultimately that righteous living, that's going into budgeting too. Right? You gotta get into budgeting. You know, create a spreadsheet or get an app. You know what I mean? I got a spreadsheet. I got, all my bills for businesses and stuff, and it's all lined up so I can see what's being, how much, what's coming and going. You know, brothers got to put all things in writing, but you can bring it up.
So book of Genesis, chapter 2 and verse 24.
Yeah.
There shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh.
Wow. Jake don't understand that first part. It said you shall leave what?
Your father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh.
You gotta leave your father and mother. And guess where this is written? That's Genesis, right? Is that the law?
Yeah.
That's the law, right? So it's a sin to be staying with your folks and trying to get a rid, brothers.
Wow.
Brothers never thought about that, did they? You ain't think about that. It's a sin. You're breaking God's commandments, living with your grandma, trying to get a woman. Get your life together before you get a woman. Women cost money, right? You understand? Kids cost money, right? Right? It costs money, man. So you can't be living with your mama, not used to paying no bills and trying to get a woman. That is a sin. You gotta hear that, Israel. That's a sin, right? Get Exodus 21 and 10. Right? Get Exodus 21 and 10.
Book of Exodus, chapter 21 and verse 10.
Yeah.
If he take him another wife,
Close the Bible, man. We can get many ribs as we want. All praises, clap it up. Polygyny, yep, all praises. Kwam Yashala, Kwam Yashala. Well, hold on, it's more to that verse. He said, if you take another wife, read.
her food,
Her what?
her food,
Her food,
her raiment,
her raiment,
and her duty of
the
marriage.
duty of marriage, which is going into that benevolence, the loving of your woman, right? You can't just kind of leave your first rib and you just with this one, you're like, she ain't killing her, right? Can you read it?
Shall he not diminish?
You can't diminish that. So if you take another woman, you can't diminish her food, her raiment, or that love of being a husband to her. You can't diminish those things, right? So you should be able to provide for these women. Right, you got a point?
Yeah, I was gonna say, actually, in the ancient world, that's why you had to bring the dowry so the father could prove if you were sufficient enough for you to take care of his daughter.
Exactly. Because when you actually read up, it tell you this is going into the purchasing of a wife.
Right.
Women would be purchased. Their property, you know what I mean? That don't mean nothing bad, sisters. Look, brother looked in there, look. That don't mean nothing bad, sisters, because, hey, this laptop my property. Like, I'm going to carry it nicely and make sure it's staying on break, because it's expensive, good property. You know what I mean? So you treat your property with care and love.
Right.
So you would purchase a woman and, you'll care and love for the woman. That's how it went. But if you want to get another one, hey, you got to be able to take care of your business, man. So, I hate to say it that way, but it's a financial kind of thing, man, when you're dealing with the polygyny thing. So that alone, brothers can't get a rib when you living with your folks. Now you trying to get another rib and you living with your folks, or you just making 50 grand a year. You're talking about you go get 2 to 3 ribs. It's like, brother, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna fare well, brother. It's just not gonna work. It is what it is, right? The men of the ancient world who had multiple wives, they had some things going on for themselves. Right? So brothers got to think about that as well.
Mighty points, King. Brothers is getting in here, and this is a lot of food for thought for brothers, man, who come into this truth. A lot of people just see the fringes, they see YouTube, they see the social medias, they see the marches around the nation, and we hear it all the time. They think since we on the streets that we don't have jobs. Like, these brothers just stand on the corner screaming, what do you do for a living? Go get a job. I mean, we hear it all the time. But Israel, man, we have a plethora of talent, man, and skill sets, man, that just spans across what anybody thinks about us, man. Right? Let's get the classic King Deuteronomy 4, right?
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4 in verse number 5.
5. Go.
Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments.
And this is where these skill sets come from. We were taught and given these things since the beginning. Read.
Even as the Lord my God commanded me that ye should do so in the land, whither you go to possess it.
Where are we at?
Whither you go to possess it.
Even when we were in times past going into the lands of our possession, even in now being sent into captivity, the Lord still endowed us with this wisdom and understanding. Keep reading, King.
Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations,
Read.
which shall hear of all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
Wait a minute. A lazy and non-understanding people.
Surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
Wait a minute. Thugs and just Negroes.
Surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
Come, read.
For what nation is there so great, who hath Yahweh so nigh unto them, as the Lord our God is in all things that we call upon him for?
Come. So we have to understand that, as all the beautiful points before we wind down, no brother's got a few more. These are beautiful points about financial literacy and having faith as well, and combining those two and being champions in this world where they equate us with not having wisdom, understanding, not understanding how to be financially sound, how to be fruitful, you know, on a physical and spiritual level, man. They don't think that's possible for us, right? And they think whenever we do get money, like the brother was bringing out, we just spend it up to show that we have something, and now we have nothing, right? And so brothers got to continue to ask the Most High for that wisdom, just like Solomon did, man.
Right.
What the Lord say? He didn't ask for riches and for women and for vanity and long life, right? The brother say, hey, how can I lead your people, man, the right way in wisdom and righteousness? Man, hey, how can I judge righteously, man? And you want to be a righteous judge over your affairs, man, essentially. You want to be a righteous judge over your household, man. Y'all brothers and sisters, man, hey, we need each other in this truth. So if they need to be led righteously, brothers, hey, well, you got to put your hands to the plow.
Yeah.
You got to put your hands to the plow. Let me get 1 Corinthians 13 and 2. I want to touch on this point too as well, man. Right?
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 13, and verse number 2.
Bring it out.
And though I have the gift of prophecy.
Say it again.
And though I have the gift of prophecy.
Because people will come into this truth and they'll feel some type of way, lift it up because they got a few videos or they got a lot of likes, or they brothers been, well, all the brothers say, you brought it out mighty, brother. You know what I'm saying? You really got in there today, brother. Read.
And understand all mysteries and all knowledge.
Hey, you got it, huh? Hey man, you got like 1,000 followers times 20. Read.
And though I have all faith, so that I could remove mountains, and have not charity,
And have not what?
and have not charity,
Read.
I am nothing.
And the Lord, you know, that charity isn't just going into what you can give, but it is that love of thy neighbor, right? The love of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, right? The commandments and the statutes. Brothers, increase in the right way so the Most High can protect your finances. As the brother said, he'll strip that away from you. Brothers who got it. Don't lust for the money so much so that you think you're well off and you have need of nothing, right? Give me that in Deuteronomy chapter 8 real quick, shop, right? Let me get another precept. Give me the book of Deuteronomy chapter 8. Start at verse 11. Come.
Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 11.
Get out.
Beware that thou forget not the Lord thy God, and not keeping his commandments and his judgments and his statutes, which I command you this day.
Right.
Lest when thou hast eaten and are full.
What happens when you get money?
Lest when thou hast eaten and are full.
What happens when you get the bag?
Lest when thou hast eaten and are full.
Read.
And hast built goodly houses and dwelt therein. And when thy herds and thy flocks multiply, and thy silver and thy gold is multiplied, and all that thou hast is multiplied, then thine heart be lifted up, And thou forget the Lord thy God.
And you do what?
Thou forget the Lord thy God.
Read.
Which brought thee forth out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage.
You can't forget that the Most High is the sole purpose of why you even have that drip that you got, man. You have that sense of fashion that you have, man. That you have that wife, man. Right? The Lord will destroy your profitable children, man. That you consider profitable. Because no one in your house observed the fear of Yahweh Shem Shah. And the only thing you cared about was money. And this go to the sisters too, man. Right? Our sisters don't get a pass either, man. Well, he ain't providing, so I'm finna go to this other brother. Man, let me just make an OnlyFans in the background. Hey, you sisters gotta get rebuked too for that lust of money, man. Ain't just the brothers. Cause that bag will make you go 2 ways west, man. 2 ways north, man. Our brothers know what we talking about, man. Jake wicked and Eve can be wicked too for that dollar, man. So you have to maintain structure in your household unless that household falls, man. Right? Let's jump down, King, to about verse 17.
Deuteronomy chapter 8 and verse number 17. And it reads, And thou shalt say in thy heart, My power and the might of my hand had gotten me this wealth.
What do I say?
And thou shalt say in thy heart, My power and the might of my hand had gotten me this power.
A lot of people don't really equate that the Most High is doing what he's doing, and you just think it's you, man. From our brothers to our sisters. They think it's their body and their assets and the tinkling of the eyes and the eyelashes, man. The nice figure, the shape. Sisters, man, they say, I'm God. That's what a lot of sisters say. Because of simple Jake out here, man. They think that, hey, they made you. Yeah, you came from me. God was God born. And he had to come from a woman. You came from me. Hey, you let her get that high, Jake. So we gotta come back to righteousness, man. Right on a high level. Keep reading, King. Salaki.
18. But thou shalt remember the Lord thy God.
What are we doing?
But thou shalt remember the Lord thy God.
How to get your finances right?
But thou shalt remember the Lord thy God.
Read.
For it is he that giveth thee power to get wealth.
To get what?
To get wealth.
Read.
That he may establish his covenant.
Wow. Read.
Which he sware unto thy fathers, as it is this day.
Hey, brothers, the recipe was always with Yahweh Shem Shah, man. Y'all are better than a beggar. Y'all most definitely can equate holiness to homelessness. And we have to keep these commandments to the best of our ability and have faith no matter what, man. No matter what, man. Don't let a woman run you from this truth, man.
Right.
And don't let your own lust run you from this truth, whatever that be, and behind closed doors, man. You got to give that thing up. Hey, sisters, man. Hey, don't let the feigning and the quenching for a man make you do any damn thing. You just follow this wicked brother off a cliff. So you know you got to keep the commandments, man. Well, I do want to hear you. Hey, y'all haven't even laid down yet, sister. What you talking about, man? Prove all things, right? Let me get a couple precepts real quick. Tobit, the classic, man. Let me get Tobit, right? Just a few things that you have to focus on, chapter 1 and verse 3.
Tobit.
Even with your resources, read.
Tobit, chapter 1 and verse 3.
Bring it out.
I, Tobit, but have walked all the days of my life in the way of truth and justice, and I did many alms deeds to my brethren.
What must you do once you get a little?
I did many alms deeds to my brethren.
Hey, whatever you have, whether it be a penny or a dollar, hey, make sure you think about the brotherhood, read.
And my nation, who came with me to Nineveh, into the land of the Assyrians.
We're all in this together, right? Don't let your riches make you turn from your brother. Hey, man, this man asking me for $1 again, man. Dang. That's what you're saying in your mind, and the brother can look at you in your eyes and see what your spirit is saying, man. Y'all brothers know. Brother really don't want you in your face because he kind of give you that look, man. Right? Last piece here real quick, King. Look at Matthew chapter 19. Matthew chapter 19 verse 21. Don't be this brother. Read.
Book of Matthew chapter 19 and verse 21.
Uh-huh.
Yahweh said unto him, if thou wilt be perfect, go and sell that thou hast, and give to the poor.
And do what?
And give to the poor.
And do what?
And give to the poor.
Uh-huh.
And thou shalt have treasure in heaven.
Wow. Read.
And come and follow me.
What are we doing?
And come and follow me.
Read.
But when the young man heard this saying, he went away sorrowful, for he had great possession.
You see that, brothers? Hey, I'm going to let the next brother get in on that one.
Hey, come on. Hey, that's money through the spirit, actually. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna be too long with it. Let me get Genesis chapter 26 verse 12. Just even let me back on that.
It's the book of Genesis chapter 26 and verse 12. Then Isaac sowed in the same land and received in the same year an hundredfold.
Because the brother brought out a mighty precept, Ecclesiastes 11:1, right? Sowing something and it returning to you later, as far as investments and things of that nature. It said that Isaac sowed in that land, and in that same year received 100-fold, right? Imagine, hey, and brothers was talking about that, different trades and things of that nature. I think you said with the crypto and all that. You know what I'm saying? Certain investments with even certain businesses type deal, right? You can invest in something, and it could be that same exact year that it just shoots up. I don't know how many people deal with crypto. I ain't heavy on it. I've been trying to learn, you know what I'm saying? But listen, for me, y'all put me on whatever. But like there be people like they be like, yeah, I don't know the language, so I might butcher it. But they be like, yeah, that was at like, 0.01 cent, this, that, and the third, and then it increased, and now I invested $10. Now I can get about 10,000, 100,000 or something over that. That's crazy.
Right.
That's heavy. 100-fold he received in that same year. But keep going. This is the point.
And the Lord blessed him.
And who did it?
And the Lord blessed
It
him.
was the Most High that blessed him with that. Go ahead.
And the man waxed great and went forward and grew until he became very great.
And he grew. He continued to grow.
Right.
He was progressive in that game. He was progressive in his walk as well. Go ahead.
For he had possessions of flocks
Uh-huh.
and possessions of herds and great store of servants. And the Philistines envied him.
And imagine how fire you have to be, how popular you have to be for your enemies to be envious. Right. And you know how that is in today's time. Oh, this nigga driving a R8 Audi. Oh, this how he get that? He probably stole it.
Exactly.
Yeah, nah, the brother he just well off. He know what he's doing with his finances. Right. He not a goofy with it. He not spending it on a shorty he just met.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She want to go to Benihana's and Ruth's Chris. I just met you off of Tinder. I accidentally swiped left. Like, what are you talking about? Right, keep going.
For all the wells which his father's servants had dig in the days of Abraham his father,
Right.
the Philistines had stopped them and filled them with earth. And Abimelech said unto Isaac, go from us, for thou art much mightier than we.
And that's cold right there. That's cold. You have a heat. Man, you have all these nations that surround you. It's like, man, like, I don't know. This guy, he kind of him.
Yeah.
Right? They'll jam you up at your workplace if you get too nice.
Yeah.
They like, oh, he gonna. Yo, because I always said that. I thought this was dumb weird. Like, how in the world are you overqualified for a job? To me, that don't make sense. You're overqualified.
Don't want to pay you.
They don't want to pay you, but on top of that, they scared you gonna take their job because you're mightier than they are. You know, yeah. You about your business. You went and got all these certifications. You went and got all these trades. You got all these different yeah. You got all these degrees and things of that nature. You come in because you're like, man, hey, I could get up on that. They're like, nah, you know what? You gonna have to go somewhere else. You're mightier than we are.
Right.
That's essentially what they're saying, and that's low key mighty. I mean, it's a two-edged sword. It kind of stuff like, damn, so you gonna do me like that? But hey, but let me get Acts chapter 16 and verse. No, let me get Acts 4 and 36 verse.
Acts
4 and 36.
chapter 4 and verse 36.
Right.
And Josias who by the apostle was surnamed Barnabas, which is, being interpreted, the son of consolation, a Levite, and of the country of Cyprus, having land,
Having what?
having land,
Right?
sold it, and bought the money, and brought the money and laid it at the apostles' feet.
And that's mighty. He said he had land. He sold it. He was able to sell it. You think he sold it and now he was just you know, just without a home. He was just out. No. Best believe these men, they had property. They had multiple.
Yeah.
Them selling that, it wasn't just, oh, I'm gonna sell it. All right, now I'm gonna just lay my head anywhere. Oh, like your brother said earlier, that big rock, it was gonna be my kids' dinner, but hey, I'm gonna lay on that for tonight. Y'all take the other pillow. You in that damn Flintstone spirit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nah. They had land to where they were able to sell it, right? And they brought the money and they even laid it at the apostles' feet. Right? Imagine giving that level of alms. Like, man, that's heavy. You sold your $250,000 home and just gave it within the body. Because you got another $300,000 home over in Florida. And you got another $150,000 home out in Detroit somewhere. Right? That's heavy. That's extremely mighty. But you won't have that if you ain't working. You ain't gonna have that if you're not putting your money into something. You ain't gonna have that if you just being a foolish man that's just gonna spend it on whatever. Right? Because like brothers was bringing out, kids are expensive. Women are expensive. I don't care how, listen. If you struggling to feed yourself, you not feeding. But y'all gonna share half a plate together? No, that's out of pocket. Hey, we just have this. I'll just give you the this half of the chicken tender. That's the last one. That's off. Right? What was that? I forgot that day TV show. Yeah. I forgot what TV show it was, yo. I really want to say it was SpongeBob on some stuff like he had a pea. He cut the pea in half and shit. That's off. Yeah, that was some SpongeBob shit. Yeah, man. Hey, but on some real talk. Right? Ooh, that's a fire reference. Don't be a Mr. Krabs.
Man.
That man could never keep a dollar he couldn't keep.
Right.
He had a whole business, couldn't keep $1. Always lost it. That's just crazy. Let me get Acts 16 and 14. This song for the sisters. And I sent you something too to your messages.
Look at Acts chapter 16 and verse number 14. And a certain woman named Lydia, a seller of purple of the city of Thyatira,
Right?
which worship Yahweh, heard us, whose heart the Lord opened, that she had attended unto things which were spoken of Paul.
Now keep reading. I'm gonna jump back to 14.
And when she was baptized and her household, she besought us, saying, if ye have judged me to be faithful to the Lord, come into my house and abide there. And she constrained us.
Now, it's fire. She opened up her home. That's what most people like harp on and things of that nature. That was a mighty work. She opened up her home for the congregation, things of that nature.
Right.
Now jump back up to verse 14 again, real quick.
Verse 14. And a certain woman named Lydia, a seller of purple of the city of Thyatira.
Now, real quick, Kabash brought up this drawing. It's from, I believe it's the University of what was it? The University of University of Michigan. Boom. See that? That's your place.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Now, right here it says the finest purple dye came from the coastal city of Tyre, which is now Lebanon. The Greeks called this region Phoenicia, a name that is believed to mean land of purple. Purple was an expensive color. In Rome during the 1st century CE, a pound of Tyrian purple dye cost about half a Roman soldier's annual salary, or the equivalent of the cost of a diamond engagement ring today. You had this sister selling that. That's heavy. Yo, she had the bag. You feel me? And we over here talk about Proverbs 31, and we talk about how, hey, they make garments. Hey, they do make garments. They fire, right? Yeah. But also in Proverbs 31, it talks about, hey, she bought land too.
Right.
She bought land for the family, for the husband, and things of that nature. He probably was out at war, come back. Just imagine, you go out to go teach. Let's say something honest. You go out to go teach.
Right.
But you know how crazy it come back? You come back home, yeah, I got us some property out in Dubai. Well, how? What do you mean? Yeah. Oh, because I just sold X, Y, Z. That's mighty. But you literally had a sister, Lydia, right? She's a seller of purple. She didn't just sell one purple. She was a seller of purple. I mean, she had multiple. She had it in. Yeah, she had the business down pat. Right? But watch this. With that same knowledge of how much money she had and things of that nature, as far as the cost of that type of purple, she still submitted to the Most High, to the brothers that was there within the household.
Right.
Right? That's mighty. She didn't have no boss woman spirit.
Right.
Yeah. You know the ones, they usually got the BMW trucks. Yeah, bro. Usually the ones with the BMW truck. I'm telling you, where to go. They usually got the BMW, or the Mercedes truck.
Let that Mercedes.
And don't let them have the glitter around the license plate. It's over with.
With the eyelashes.
Yeah, eyelashes on the headlights. It's over with.
Steering wheel.
Yeah, come on, man. They ain't got the little fur, they got the extra fur around the steering wheel. Yeah, man. I think that's a real tag on the back. Come on, yo. You know these types. Like, she wasn't moving in that aspect. She had the bread and still willing to submit. Not like, oh, y'all get your own spot. Then earlier, a brother kind of laid, his money at y'all feet. Why y'all need my spot?
Right.
She didn't move like that.
Right.
Right? It was mighty. Now, this is my last precept I'm going to grab. Let me get 2 Thessalonians 3:10. Right? So, sisters get in there too. But it's all about how you move about it. Right. That love of money. Right? I ain't going to lie, because if people only knew, and I know a certain brother, he like them Jones too much, but BMWs, all right, they're not that good. I'm
No.
just like with you, not that good. And they mad expensive. I ain't gonna. They mad expensive to upkeep. I'll say that. You gotta have a bag. You can't want to do that. And you what's it called? What's that one drum? It was a garbage disposal. I forgot out where they was charging $7 an hour to clean the back of the car. You gonna be doing that? And you want a BMW? You want an AMG? You want the Demon? The Hellcat Demon? What? The insurance alone is over with. Yeah. The insurance alone is already out of pocket. But you can get that 2 Thessalonians 3:10.
The book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 3 verse 10. For even when we were with you, this we commanded you.
He said, this we commanded you. Right? Go ahead.
That if any would not work, neither should he eat.
He said what?
If any would not work, neither should he eat.
And he said, we commanded you this. That if you're not going to work, you're not going to eat. That's a fact. I'm real rap, yo. Like, there ain't no eating for you. Yeah. Yo, they had to call it quabatage.
Right.
Yeah, they had to call it quabatage. They had to say, hey, Nawab, hey, listen, bro. If you ain't working, there's no food for you. There's no food for you. You're going to sit there, with the damn puppy dog eyes. Oh, man, well, I ain't trying to hear it. I don't want to hear that damn, I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. I'm not trying to hear that. Yeah, it's over with. If you don't work, there's no profit to you. Not getting that. Everybody else getting their little portion, skip over you. That's a bad joint. Read that again from the top.
I like the second one.
For even when we were with you, this we commanded you, that if any would not work, neither should he eat.
Right? So I mean that's gonna affect your house too.
Right.
You ain't working, that's gonna affect your house.
Right.
Y'all all gonna be like plankton eating a hologram.
Damn, I remember that.
You with AI. You got the AI food.
Hey, niggas need sleep for
You got
breakfast.
the AI food. Damn. Just eating nothing but air. Right? That's a bad joint to put your family in.
Right.
Right? That's a bad joint to put your family in. Y'all all just, man. Yeah, man. Work. Right? Keep going.
I love this.
For we hear that there are some which walk among you disorderly.
They say, yo, I've already heard this. Like, before I even got here, like, I heard about y'all. There was some amongst y'all that just walking disorderly. They don't know what to do with yourselves. That's just to and fro, no job, right? Can't provide for your family. Like, what are you really out here doing?
Right.
For real. Keep going.
Working, not at all.
I said what?
Working, not at all.
I said working, not at all. You can't even take the trash out. Like the brother even said, you imagine applying the Sirach, brother, right, to 2 Thessalonians. Not only are you living with a brother,
Right.
but you ain't even trying to do nothing. Like the brother said, like, that joint should be spotless.
Right.
Because you ain't even paying nothing. It should be spotless right now. But on top of that, you over here saying like, yeah, what we gonna eat today?
Exactly.
You got the food for, you ain't get the food? Come on, man. I ain't mad at him because he ain't go food shopping. Yeah. Yeah. Weren't you supposed to get the such and such? Weren't you supposed to put an application in? Weren't you supposed to be doing, you didn't even take out the trash I asked you to.
Right.
Right? You didn't even pick up the clothes that you had on the side. He said, read that again, verse 11. He said, working not at all. You're not doing nothing.
Right.
Just sitting on your hands. Man, that's off. Go ahead.
For we hear that there are some which walk among you disorderly,
Uh-huh.
working not at all, but are busybodies.
So how does that make sense? You're a busybody, but you're not working. You're busy, but you're not really busy. That's an oxymoron. You busy, but not busy. Keep going.
Now, them that are such we command and exhort by our Lord Yahushua Mashiach, that with quietness they work and eat their own bread.
He said that they work and eat their own bread. Right? Don't be sitting here and want to live off of somebody,
Right.
and you can't even provide for yourself. You're dependent on him to feed your mouth.
Right.
But then he got kids to feed as well. And he got his wife to feed as well. Right? And then you over here like, man, you know, it's going good. Hey, I'm gonna bring my wife in. What the hell you not? What the hell you talking about? Nah, you not even working. So you mean I gotta feed you and XYZ? Nah, that's off. That's wicked as hell. So you have to be, right, a man that labors. You have to be a laboring man and a man that's willing to put up and to invest and to make sure that yourself is secure financially, physically, mentally. The four I like that, the 4 pillars that he mentioned earlier in the beginning, starting off with. Being able to maintain those 4 pillars, that's the type of man that you have to be. You might fall on short times and things of that nature, but another wise thing that he said that even my father tells me all the time, if you have excess or extra source of income, if you do fall short on one aspect, your other side will pick you up. Even if it's just a little bit, you at least have something to depend on. Even if it's just a savings. You save at an exponential growth, you still have something to fall back on if your spending went under. Every brother should have a budget for their spending, how much they're willing to spend each week, or every other week or monthly, how much they're willing to, or trying to save. Y'all gotta set goals.
Right.
It's goals that need to be set. If not, it's just off with the wind.
There's no vision. Right.
Yeah, there's no vision. Right? I think, and roughly paraphrasing right before I passed it, there was a saying that I heard. It pretty much was saying that a vision without a goal set is just a dream. That's literally all it is. A vision without a goal set is just a dream.
Yeah,
Really just a dream.
vision without action.
Ain't not, yeah. And a vision without action. Both is just a dream. Right? And you know what the Lord said about dreams. Don't take all of them to heart. It might, it's a shadow. Passing away.
Con. So we're gonna be winding down. I just want to kind of land me back on the point the brother was making. Proverbs 31. We can start at 19.
Book of Proverbs at 31 and verse number 19. She layeth her hands to the spindle, and her hands hold the distaff.
Right, these are different tools used to make garments. What you read?
She stretcheth out her hand to the poor, yeah, She reaches forth her hands to the needy.
Yeah, that's her keeping the commandments and giving to her brethren. Read.
She is not afraid of the snow for her household, for all her household are clothed with scarlet.
She said what?
All her household are clothed with scarlet.
All right, so this woman is making things happen. It's Proverbs 31 woman. She's making things happen. Brother was saying how the lady was selling the purple. He said all her household is clothed with scarlet. She ain't afraid of the snow on her household. She's not making excuses. As a woman, how much more a man? Right, you read it?
She maketh herself coverings of tapestry. Her clothing is silk and purple.
Her clothing is what?
Her clothing is silk and purple.
So she got silk and purple clothing. And we just saw how much that purple dye is for a pound. And I'm not sure how much, clothes you can make with a pound of purple. So she got all this purple stuff in her house, purple clothing and silk. Right, so she's a wealthy woman and making moves. Like the brother said, she planted for vineyard, she finds and sells fields and things like that. So get Tobit chapter 2 and verse 10.
It's the book of Tobit, chapter 2 and verse number 10. And I knew not that there were sparrows in the wall, and my eyes being opened, this sparrow muted warm dung in mine eyes, and a whiteness came in my eyes, and I went to the physician, but they helped me not. Moreover, Acharias did nourish me until I went to Elimas, and my wife Anna did take women's work to do.
She did what?
And my wife Anna did take women's work to do.
Right, so essentially, Tobit became blind. He became blind, he couldn't see, so his woman had to come and help pick up that slack. Because even in the law, when you read about giving to the widows and the fatherless, that's because they're widows and fatherless. They didn't have a man to give them that inheritance. So now Israel gives those tithes, a portion of the tithes to those people. So once that man became blind, his woman had to get in there and do her thing and help provide for the household because he was physically unable to at the time. So that's, just something going in for the sisters. Like they just can't just sit around and just look pretty all day and playing makeup. Right? They have to do woman's work. They have to set things up too. And that's really up to the man to see the talents in your woman and to grow those talents and turn it into income for your household. That's what I would suggest brothers do as well. And I got a closing precept in Ecclesiastes chapter 5 and 18.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 5 and verse number 18. Behold, that which I have seen, it is good and comely for one to eat and drink, and to enjoy the good of all his labor.
And to enjoy the good of all his labor. It's good to enjoy that labor, the fruit of what you put in. Hey, the brother, we just was, at the VR, man. Because, hey, we work, you know what I mean? We work all week. We get money for our household. So we kind of, get in there and play the Squid Game VR. Kind of go out to eat. Don't defraud yourself of a good day. Take the kids to the theme park and things like that. Like my family, we went to Orlando like 2 months ago. We was kind of petting the dolphin, man. You know what I mean? Like that's a joy to be able to do that stuff when you have the finance to do so from your labor. Like you reading?
They take it under the sun all the days of his life, which Yahweh giveth him, for it is his portion.
And the Most High, again, like we always go back to, the Lord is giving you that because you're keeping the faith in Him and you understand that the Lord wants a man to be working. Like you reading?
Every man also to whom Yahweh hath given riches and wealth.
God gave riches and wealth to these men, read.
And hath given him power to eat thereof,
Right.
and to take his portion, and to rejoice in his labor. This is the gift of Yahweh.
That's the gift of the Most High, having those things, read.
For he shall not much remember the days of his life, because Yahweh answered him in the journey of his heart, and the joy of his heart.
the joy of his heart. So all praise to the Most High. Brothers, got any closing precept? Right, so that's pretty much it on that, man. So I just want to say, brothers, or whether y'all take heed to the lesson, holiness does not equate to homelessness. You know what I mean? All because we in this truth don't mean we can use the Bible as a crutch to lean on, because that's what a lot of people do. They take their ideals from the world. There's just a lazy Negro in the world. So now you want to use that and equate that to the Bible, when the men of the Bible was just more than just, I mean, to be honest, they didn't walk around with Bibles and apocryphas. They had scrolls, and they was taught that in the temple. They were just living life as a man in general. You know what I mean? Following the traditions of their fathers, passing on those inheritances and just moving in wisdom. They didn't need like the Bible like we had it. They was in the middle of writing it, like, you know what I mean? Like Isaiah was a prophet well after David. You see what I'm saying? So we have to understand that and move like our forefathers in every aspect. That's the 4 pillars again: spiritual, financial, physical, and mental. We got to be together in all of those ways, brothers. So with that, I'm gonna give a Kwame Shalom.
Kwame Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom. Can I do that from both sides?